Hey guys, it's Leo. So today I just want to talk about the law of attraction and kind of summarize how it works and how has it helped me and my experience with it, my experiences with it. So, the law of attraction. Law of attraction is pretty much this thing or this law that says pretty much what you give into the universe, you give back. So, like, let's say you feel positive emotions, you'll get positive emotion back. You'll feel negative emotions, you'll get negative emotion back. I mean, I don't know if there's a lot. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who believe in this. I do per se, because I proved it. I mean, I proved it a couple times, and um, But the thing is about it, like, let's say you want something, right? To get exactly what you want, you need to believe that you can get it. You can't just say, I want this, and boom, it's automatically gonna appear. No, it's gonna take time, and it's gonna take belief, and it's gonna take pretty much, whatever it takes, and that's what it is. And the thing about it is, like, let's say you want a certain thing, like my story with the law of attraction. I wanted, back in my junior in high school, Transformers 2 came out. So I was like literally obsessed with Camaros, because Bumblebee, and at my school, our school color is black and red. So what I did was, at that time I had a '05 Jetta GLI. It's kind of like a sports car, and so that was my car, and I was grateful for that car, and I loved that car. But it wasn't a Camaro, it wasn't a Camaro. And I wanted a Camaro, and it's what I wanted. And so pretty much every time, man, like every time that I would look outside and I see a Camaro, I would just yell it out, like, Camaros. And my friends, my family, they got annoyed with me. And one day, I thought my mom was messing with me, and I think I was driving with her, and she was sitting in my car, and I seen a Camaro, and I was like, I'm gonna have that car someday. I want that car. And previously, she experienced my obsession with it, obviously yelling it out loud every time I see one. And so she made me a deal. She told me something. She said, if you can sell your car for I think, what was it, like $4,000, we'll go and get a Camaro. And I thought she was messing with me. And at that time, I didn't know how to use Craigslist. I didn't know how to advertise anything. So pretty much what I did was, I fixed up the car a little bit. I mean, there was nothing wrong with it. It just needed cleaning and making it look good. So pretty much I made it look good, took pictures of it, and I put it on Craigslist, Facebook, pretty much any social media. I was getting it out there, and instead of selling it for $4,000 like what my mom wanted, I was selling it for $8,000. And I did that, and Kelly Blue booked it, and it was only worth like $3,000, I think, at that time. So I advertised it, and I took the pictures, I put the specs of the car, I made it look cool. A week later, this guy, he's just from a town, like 30 minutes away from my city, and I think he had called or he had texted. I'm not sure. He was asking for the car, and he told me he can't do $8,000, but he could do, I think he said at that time he can only do like $5,000. And I told him, man, that's $3,000 difference. Shoot for $6,000. I'll take it. And just to remind you guys, I only needed $4,000 for the car. So I got, when I met up with him, my mom met up with him at the mall, and he looked at the car, and I started telling him all about it, like pretty much, how cool it was and how it made me feel driving it, and not so much as how it made me feel, but like all the benefits that I've done or I've gotten because of the car, and like the sound system, and I put like a new stereo on there. So pretty much, it's a pretty reliable car. It's a Volkswagen Jetta GLI, and so he checked it out, and we went for a ride, me and the dude, and I was just showing him all the little neat knickknacks of the car, and I had him go on the freeway, and I told him, "Hey, man, just go ahead. Just step on the gas. It's your car now." And he hadn't even like shook my hand yet. But I already told him it's your car. He like, but pretty much he wanted the car. Like he wanted it. You can tell in his face, and he loved the speed of the car. I mean, it wasn't like the fastest car, or it wasn't like the strongest car, or like the most torque car, but it didn't have that much horsepower. But the car would go, and the car sounded loud, and so it was like the little thing. So pretty much we got back from the mall. He gave me $6,000 and in an envelope, and I told him, hey, thanks, man, like pretty much. And then we went to the DMV that same day to get, I guess, switch up the names. I guess it's cheaper that way if you do it like that. So we did that, and then that same day, I believe, I remember exactly, it was on a Wednesday. I believe it was 2011. I think it was 2011. No, it wasn't 2011. The car that I got was 2011. No, it was, I think, 2013 or 2012. I think it's 2013. 2013 Thanksgiving week, and it was on a Wednesday. And I remember that same day we went to the dealership, the Chevrolet dealership here in my town, my city, and we looked at Camaros, and the first one that I seen was, it was stick shift, it was the SS, and it was black. But I did not like the rims. But I've always had this vision when, I would yell out Camaro, or, when I drive my car, I'd always, like, have this weird vision of me driving a red Camaro. Like, because red is pretty sporty color. So, I would act as if my Jetta is a Camaro. And I search it up online, pretty much all the the paddle shifter, if it's automatic, and I would drive it like it was. And I didn't have paddle shifter, but I would act like it does. And so it was just like the whole vision thing, and I was grateful for my car. And just by doing those little things, I got a 2011 Camaro RS, because I didn't really, I would have gotten an SS. I just didn't want to have to deal with putting gas on there, and not so much putting gas, but like dealing with a gas eater. Like Camaros are gas eater. Even the V6 is a gas eater, the one that I had. And that same day I got the Camaro. I was like pretty much the happiest kid in the world, and I couldn't believe that that car was mine. It was pretty much my dream car. And at the age of what, like I think 18 or 17, I was able to attain that car. And just because I believed, like, no doubt in my mind that I was gonna get it. Like, I told myself, I'm going to get the car, and it's gonna happen, and it did, because I believed. And I feel like that's one of the most biggest reminders that I have that the law of attraction truly works. Reason why was because this whole entire, the whole getting the Camaro thing was an experiment. I didn't know pretty much how I was gonna do it, because I think like about 2-3 weeks before I decided I wanted a Camaro, I had learned about The Secret. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's a movie that was created in 2006, or was published in 2006, and it was called The Secret, and it talks about the law of attraction. And I watched that movie my junior year, and I wanted to try it out, and I pretty much started out with having a gratitude rock, and being positive, and just pretty much just being positive, being happy. And it made me happier. It made me a happier person. I used to be depressed, and now because of The Secret, I was a whole different person. And so when I got the car, I told myself, this thing really works. So after that, a couple years after that, like I think 2 years after, just last November, I had this vision of a car, and it was a Scion TC. And I don't know why, it was just something about the car that I wanted. And I pretty much did the same exact thing. I somewhat obsess over it every time I see it. I would look, And so yeah, and what happened was my dad was the one that was supposed to get a new car. But so my dad was supposed to get a new car, and we were driving towards like a farther city, away from my city, and just so we can look for a car for him. And then out of nowhere, he just told me that he would like to keep the Camaro, and I get a new car, and I get to pick whatever car I want. And I was just like, what did you just say? But yeah, and that was my opportunity to use, pretty much to get the car. And I didn't know how that was gonna happen. I didn't even think it was possible, because I was having financial problems with my parents at that time, and it happened, and all because I wanted it. And pretty much, if you want something, anything, if you want it, you can, you like I speak passionately about this because it's so true. Like, if you can see in your mind, you literally can, anything is possible. Anything. You just have to believe. You just have to not doubt it. You can't doubt the process. And even if say it takes you years to attain whatever it is that you want to attain, enjoy the process. Live in the now, because that's very important. And just be grateful for what you have. And pretty much, that's how the law of attraction works. It's not supposed to be this thing that you have to remind yourself to learn. It's something that comes naturally inside you that you should already know. It's one of those things. And I'm pretty sure growing up, I was the same way. Growing up, I believe that anything's possible, and that I can get whatever I want as long as you put your mind to it, right? I'm pretty sure you guys have heard that in movies, or pretty much someone have told you that. But you guys have never heard of the law of attraction if you're watching this and you're new to this. And same here. I've heard, from motivational movies like, let's say, The Legend with John Cena. I think that was what it was called. It was Legend. He speaks about, getting what he wants, or he speaks about if you want something really bad, to not give up. Pretty much a lot of movies are like that, like if you want something bad, don't give up. Keep working for it. And recently, when I found out about the law of attraction, I kind of just pinpointed it, like, it's what it is. Like, that's what it is. That's the law of attraction right there. You attract what you think about most. You attract, what you feel about the most. Like, let's say if you're feeling happy, you're going to attract more happiness into your life. That's why let's say me personally, when I had an Instagram, I would take selfies, and I would always put positive vibes, even though, like, let's say positive vibes or happy life, or those type of hashtags, even though I wasn't happy or particularly happy at that time, because I want to feel happy, so and by just doing that, or by just smiling, it just made me happy, and it gave me positive emotions, and I attracted more positive into my life. So yeah, that was just like a quick 15-minute video of the law of attraction. Like my biggest advice, if you're trying to use the law of attraction to attract what you want in life, or to even attract a better relationship, to not doubt. That's the biggest, or I would say that would be the biggest for me, the biggest key fall. Like, pretty much what makes it not work is I doubt. So don't doubt it. Just believe in the process, and just have fun, because life is not meant to be taken too seriously. It's meant to be taken serious, but not too seriously, So, guys, have a good day / night, or wherever you guys are doing. So, peace.